Y'all, we're just gonna hop right into this and break it down, okay? Because it may be a little triggering, it may be a little uncomfortable, and it may be some extra things that we do touch base on that we have to start being honest about. And I want to make sure that I'm able to cover all bases as much as I can in a small amount of time, okay? But I want to start off by saying that we have got to stop lying to women. Period. Okay? We got to stop lying to women. When it comes to men, we have no problem telling men exactly where they're coming up short, why they are not qualified, why we don't want them, so on and so forth. But when it comes to us, it's like we have to tread lightly and pussyfoot around and beat around the bush. No, be honest, be direct, be straight up and down. That way, these women can really do the necessary work on themselves so they can get the desired results. But continuously pacifying and pandering and making it seem like women are perfect, it's doing everybody a disservice. And this is why a lot of women are walking around today completely delusional, because you have women on these panels, men included, and we're going to get into y'all as well, saying, "Oh no, you're good. If the man can't handle you, he's just not a real man." Please stop. Let's just get into it, y'all. Like the video, share the video, and subscribe.
Do men act like plus size women have to settle for just anything just because we're plus size, that we're
Good
supposed to
question.
settle?
Let me ask you a question, okay? And I'm gonna package it up with love, okay, baby? Is it the men who act like that, or is that a personal insecurity within yourself? And I ask that because I see a lot of men who are with plus size women and who are attracted to only plus size women. And I see a lot of plus size women who are with a lot of fine men who are taking care of them and doing a lot of things. So I want to ask you, is that a personal issue that you're not aware of? And for you, that creates a stigma that men see you that way? Because we usually see in others who we are, not who they are.
She just said a bunch of fluff. Okay, she really did. No pun intended. She said a whole bunch of nothing. This woman is coming to you with real life experiences, real life issues. She's not just making this up that all of a sudden men are out here presenting her with a certain type of energy, and that energy being that of, well, you kind of don't deserve that much because look at you. And again, you all, that is not to be mean, that is not to bully or shame anybody. It's just about being real. And being real is not politically correct all the time. Just the same as y'all be brutally honest with men, you got to be brutally honest with yourselves and each other. So gaslighting this woman into believing that her experiences are not valid, and it's somehow this, inflicted thing upon self. No, it's not self-inflicted. She is going out into the world taking notice of the fact that other women who are not looking like her are getting different treatment, different experiences. Whereas when it pertains to her, it's like, oh, well, I'll give you what I can, what I feel like. And that's an actual thing. And this is why I've always said that women need to take care of themselves on all fronts. But we got to be honest enough to say that, yes, it is in a man's nature to be a visual, physical creature. And so when you're coming through, giving Big Mama's house, look, don't be offended when a man just, maybe wants to take you to his house and throw you out. or not even deal with you at all. That is also a thing. But coming through like, oh no, because I know plenty of big women out there who are taken care of, and they're settled down and they have fine husbands and X, Y, and Z, 1, 2, and 3. Ma'am, does that represent the bulk, the majority, or are those exceptions to the rule? Because I'm gonna be honest with y'all, and y'all like the video, share the video, and subscribe. The women who may be plus size, and all of that may be able to land attractive, well-paid, well-to-do men, those women are exceptionally attractive themselves. So maybe she has a pretty face. Maybe she has, some kind of a figure on her, because we've all seen that. We're going to be honest enough to acknowledge the fact that we've seen plus size women that are shapely. She has the hourglass going on to where her waist, is significantly smaller than, her boobs and her hips. And so that could put her in a different kind of bracket than the typical plus size woman. And so what I'm trying to say is, it's different factors and variables that can tie into those bigger women having a more favorable outcome or result. But she, right? Let's be real. Her. No, this is not something that she's making up in her mind from unhealed trauma. This is really happening because men are not going. They're not going. Especially the type of men that she feels like she deserves. And the reason why she feels like she deserves a man that is in shape, making a whole bunch of money, maybe tall, muscular, you know what I'm saying, is because y'all keep on feeding it into their minds that, oh yeah, you're a woman, so you deserve whatever you want. No, you don't. Okay? The man that you want has to want you back. And if that's not happening, it's time to have a real serious talk with self. But I'm sorry for going off on a tangent. Y'all like the video though, okay? Share the video and subscribe. Let's continue. But I just cannot believe how y'all really be sitting here lying to women. Like, can y'all stop? Let's just take it back, y'all.
Why do men act like plus size women have to settle for just anything, just because we're plus size, that we're supposed to settle?
Let me ask you a question, okay? And I'm going to package it up with love, okay, baby? Is it the men who act like that, or is that a personal insecurity within yourself?
Both.
And I ask that because I see a lot of men who are with plus size women and who are attracted to only plus size women. And I see a lot of plus size women who are with a lot of fine men who are taking care of them and doing a lot of things. So I want to ask you, is that a personal issue that you're not aware of? And for you, that creates a stigma that men see you that way? Because we usually see in others who we are, not who they are.
I used to, but I mean, I also know that it was the way I was raised, because I had a mother that just never said I loved you or anything. But the older I got, I raised 2 women. My daughters are 24 and 28 now.
Well, I'm a pause it. She's talking about how her mother never told her that, hey, I love you, or, I'm proud of you, or gave her any words of affirmation, right? That could actually be the reason why she got to this size. But we're going to gloss over that, right? And just say, no, you're making it up in your mind because being big is okay and you're perfect the way that you are. Right? See, you're living a lie. You're making these things up. It's all stemming from your mother. But being big, no, that's not the reason why these men are, running away. It's because you are harboring some kind of internal conflict that you have not resolved due to your mother not saying that she loved you. When in all actuality, like I said, that could have been the trigger that made her resort to food to find comfort and love and validation in that food that her mother was not giving to her. But again, gloss over that and lie and gaslight so that you don't resolve the real issue, which is getting your weight in order, going and doing that internal work as well, because that is something, and polishing yourself up. That way you do qualify for the men that you think that you again deserve. Why can't we be that honest? That is why men are saying that you deserve the bare minimum, because you're giving yourself the bare minimum because your mother gave you the bare minimum. And since you felt like your mother didn't even find value in you, you said, well, hell, if my own mother does not see my value, why should I? So let me not give a damn about how I look. Let me not give a damn about my esteem. Let me try to fill those voids with chicken. And I'm being silly so that we can lighten up the mood a little bit. But nonetheless, like that's the truth, y'all. And until we really unpack those layers, no pun intended, we're going to continue to have the same results. And I wouldn't be surprised if these relationship panels were deliberately lying to y'all, gaslighting y'all, making it seem like, oh no, there's nothing wrong with this. Nothing wrong with that. It's a man problem or an internal problem that you have not fixed. But yeah, you're perfect like how you are, though, outside of that. And they're doing that, in my opinion, and I could be wrong, to keep y'all single and keep y'all coming back, asking more questions and paying more money. But I digress. That's getting a little bit too deep. But let's continue. Y'all like the video, share the video, and subscribe.
And I've done it on my own, but I've also noticed that guys that, do approach me or whatever, that's the first thing they're like, well, your standards are too high. And my thing is, I have high standards because I'm also I raised girls. So I just didn't tolerate anything.
Your standards have nothing to do with your children. You can have high standards if you choose to have fucking high standards. The thing about standards, men who cannot reach those standards do not qualify. So you never change your idea of how you see your standards. It's not about who you raising. It's not about how you were raised. It's solely about what you prefer, your preference. And if a man cannot reach that bar, he can't reach that bar.
And I want you to work on shifting your perception, because it sounds like you said, from a young child, you didn't receive the love or the validation or the affirmations. And so you grew up to be this adult woman who has this dogma within yourself. And so I feel like it's really not the men who are feeling that way. I feel like you carry that with you.
Are y'all seriously gonna sit here and lie to this woman and pander to her and stroke her ego? And brother, I am highly ashamed of you, because you know you lying. You know doggone well, sir, that you would not approach that woman, talk to that woman, settle down with that woman, procreate with that woman, take that woman seriously. And if she came to you with some high standards, you'd be like, girl, please. But again, all about your money, right? And y'all call me the panderer. Please. I keep it real all across the board. Watch this. Fellas, I would never sit here in y'all's faces with a straight face and say, yes, because you're broke, because you have no ambition, because you still live in your mama's basement, does not mean that you don't deserve a woman to submit to you, to commit to you, to procreate with you, to love you, to be there with you. Oh no, you are a king regardless. If you think that you deserve to be with a Beyonce, a Kelly, a who else? J-Lo, Halle Berry, then by golly, yes, you do. Because you are a man. And anybody telling you otherwise, it's just because they ain't ish. Your standard is your standard. It does not matter how broke down and dusty you are. See how that sounds? Just gross, nasty work. And what a disservice I am doing to my brothers by saying some crap like that. So now he feels like, oh, okay, well, there's really no work that I need to do on myself. And, you know, I'm really fine where I am in life. It's okay for me to be broke. It's okay for me to be at home with my mama. As long as I feel like I deserve it, then I do. Thanks, Danica. Please. Your standard is your standard. Brother, you should slap yourself. For real. You really should. And this chick here, I want to be fair about it. I want to be fair about her assessment because it does have merit. There is validity behind what she's saying. She does have internal conflict and internal battles that she does need to unpack and get through. So yes, but that's only half the battle. Making it seem like, again, it's only her perception is so flawed and highly irresponsible. No, she does need to get in shape. She does need to understand what is causing her to self-destruct. Because anytime you are engaging or overindulging in unhealthy habits, that's an issue. That's a problem. There is something that you're trying to feel and fulfill within yourself to make you feel better. So, yeah, what she's saying is true, but I don't like how she's leaving it at just that and making it seem like, no, you don't have to go to the gym. Because I see plenty of big girls that are out of shape that don't take care of themselves with fine men, and you can get one too, honey. And it's like, no, the exceptions are not the rule. The same way that if a man would have came up to that microphone, sis, and said, yeah, you know, why do women feel like because I'm broke and I'm dusty that, you know, I don't deserve a lot and they ain't got to commit to me and submit to me and bow down to me and obey. Like, why do women feel that way? You would have broke him down like a damn fraction. Like, sir, first of all, let's start with this. And you would have broke down how women think, what our nature is. It's in our nature as women to look for stability and security, providers and protectors, leaders and teachers. Correct? Correct. So you would have told him, well, it's because this, that, and the third, and X, Y, and Z, and 1, 2, and 3. And until you get this, that, and the third, 1, 2, and 3, X, Y, and Z, hell yeah, they gonna disrespect you, and no, you don't deserve nothing, and no, you don't qualify. But when it comes to this sister, you can't break down, well, it's because in a man's nature, he is a physical, visual being. And there's certain physical attributes, realistically speaking, that men are looking for. And if they look at you and they feel like you are not a quote unquote prize in the looks department, yeah, no, why would I work so hard to obtain that? You're not somebody I would want to show off. You're not somebody that I would want to work hard and go above and beyond for. And that's, again, just being honest. And yeah, she wouldn't have gave that brother grace if he would have stepped to that damn mic. And she knows it. Talking about, you know, I'm going to say this with love. It would have been no love. For crying out loud, y'all diminish men for having honest jobs. And say, no, that's because don't nobody want no broke, dusty plumber, trash man, bus driver. Y'all break men down every day. No love, no grace, no treading lightly. No, we're gonna be real with you. But when it comes to women, and this is why women don't improve, evolve, and grow, because y'all too busy lying to them so you can pad your pockets and build up your following. It's really nasty work. And again, y'all call me the panderer. I would never say no trash like that to my brothers because it's disingenuous and it's doing nothing but hurting him and hindering him. He'll never find a woman in his mama's basement unless you get you a broke down Big Bertha with no standards for herself, that's just desperate. I mean, if you want a broke down begging Brenda or a dusty, desperate Deborah, then yes, sir, go off. Never try to improve your circumstances. Yeah, you good. Y'all would never tell that man, oh no, just change your perception. Yeah, I feel like it's something within you that feels like you broken, dusty, and so you're repelling good women away because your energy, please. No, the reality of it is this. And yeah, that could factor into it, but that's not the end all be all. Y'all would never tell that brother, oh, well, I know plenty of bad chicks that's with broke, dusty brothers out here, and they're thriving. So, I mean, it just gotta be something within you. Maybe it's something from your childhood. Y'all never. So don't do it to women. It's nasty, trashy work. That woman came to y'all honestly and openly, seeking genuine advice and leadership, and y'all failed her. And just because you only touch base on one thing that is valid, it does not suffice because it's so much other things that factor into that and tie into that. It's not just, oh, well, you have unhealed, trauma from your childhood. It's that, and yeah, you're not up to par. Which is why you yourself, ma'am, is sitting there in shape. Let's be honest, y'all. We got to stop lying. I don't like it. It's nasty. And this is why the men are rejecting y'all. Flat out. Men have standards today. No more is it this matter of, oh, I'm just going to accept any woman. I'm just going to love her through it. I'm just going to tolerate this. No. I know my value and what I bring. And so, yeah, I'm going to need a woman that is going to match my energy, match my fly, okay? I can't be out here flying high and you bottom of the barrel broke down. No, ma'am. Say that for Bob the Builder. Don't have time, okay? That's the honest truth of it all. The men are rejecting these women who clearly don't have respect for themselves nor him. Because if she did, she would know better than to have that to be her representation and her presentation. You should think highly of yourself. Get yourself in shape. Get yourself into the best version of who you know that you can be. Because y'all wouldn't expect or accept anything less from these men, and y'all know that. Anyway, like the video, share the video, subscribe. I look forward to something I got to say in the comment section. Let me know if you agree or disagree, all right? Break it down for me. I'm always open for different perceptions and different outlooks and scenarios. Let me also know what you have experienced, what you have been through, so we can learn from you as well. But I'm gonna see y'all in the next dope discussion. Much love and peace to my crown heads.